Hi, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Monica Carruthers, an early childhood professional development consultant, and I'm here to bring you my first video from the kitchen. My website is called natureofkids.com, and I named it that because part of my professional development workshops are towards children and the nature of children being their challenging behavior, their child development, some special needs and things like that. But the other side of that is the nature of kids and their connection to nature. And actually, research tells us that children benefit in so many ways by being reconnected to nature, and we've sort of lost that. We've been plugged in and hooked up and wired in and all of those things, and children are spending more and more time on screens and computers and things like that. So we need to calm the brain and get them outside. It's good for their weight, their health, their exploration of the world and understanding of how things work. And so let's get kids back outside. Actually, it's good for you too. If you're a teacher, a parent, hanging out there with the kids, it's really good for us all. It gives us a clean start every time we go out there. So today we're going to talk a little bit about some natural pieces that I've collected. I live near a beach and I have the great luxury of walking on the beach regularly and collecting things. And having natural pieces in your classroom or in your home is very comforting and soothing, but also provokes a lot of great conversation for children and adults. If you're using the Early Learning for Every Child Today document, the ELECT, you'll know that play-based learning is really where it's at. And if you're a teacher in the school system, that's where the Full Day of Learning kindergarten has sent their curriculum as well, is towards play-based learning and provoking children's thoughts and brain development towards things that they play. So bringing pieces of nature and natural pieces into your home or your classroom is very important for your calming your brain and your challenging behavior as well. And also it's great art for another thing. So let's introduce some pieces into our rooms. So what I have here is a couple of things that I've collected. I have a backyard where I spend a lot of time, and I've collected some black walnuts. And this one is whole, and these ones are broken open by squirrels already. So those are great conversations. How did the squirrel break it open? It's pretty hard if you try it. And this here is actually a seed. It's a tree. You can hold a tree right in your hand. It's magic. So, talking about those kinds of things and provoking their thinking and exploring the backyard or the playground with them, or if you live in an apartment, get out to some local parks and great conservation areas that we have all over Ontario if you're from Ontario. You can display some natural things on, if you remember these from back in the day, we all had these great paper plate holders. They make fantastic displays, and so do any kind of natural containers such as wicker baskets and things like that. But also you can display things on here, but also you can glue things right on here and create your own art collage. It looks great hanging on the wall, whether it's in your family room or in your classroom. It's really fantastic background for some natural pieces. I happen to have an extensive collection of driftwood, which is wonderful for so many things. I mean, a basket of driftwood just looks great on a coffee table or on a shelf in a playroom in a schoolroom. It makes you wonder how it got to be so smooth, and great conversations about that. Where do you think it came from? How far has it been in the water? And things like that. But it just feeling wood and the wonderful texture of wood is a fantastic activity. Kids with ADHD or fetal alcohol spectrum disorder really benefit a lot from having time spent with nature outside or natural pieces inside as well. So fill your environments with natural pieces. So this is my basket of sort of short, stubby pieces of driftwood, and they're wonderful on a block shelf. You see this great display of pieces of wood. You can't believe what kids will do with it when you get them started. And give them permission to take them out, and actually sometimes the kids want to take them to the creative area, paint them, glue them, draw on them, whatever. It's all fantastic. Today I actually found the idea for this, which is sort of like a little driftwood container, maybe a pencil holder or another place to store natural pieces. And all I did really was take a cup that I was going to recycle. Actually, it's just a plastic container, and I had my glue gun out. And so if you're using a glue gun and you have preschoolers, please, this is a danger alert, obviously. You can give them child-size oven mitts or do some hand over hand, or you could do it with them right alongside. I recommend you stay right there. And I took the glue gun and I just glued pieces of driftwood all the way around the sides of the plastic cup. I happen to have some pieces of birch bark, which make sure you don't peel it off the tree. Just find it on the ground if you're lucky enough to live in an area with white birch trees. And so that gave it a real natural finish. If you don't want to use a plastic cup, find something else natural to put your driftwood around, maybe a terracotta pot or something like that. Or a cardboard box, that would look great too. And then I finished it off with this little piece of twine. It gave it a little finished look. It looks fantastic on a desk, a shelf, a creative area, anything like that. You could also put a plant in it, and since it's plastic, you could put some cut flowers in it when summer gets here, or if you happen to pick up some tulips at the store and bring some spring home in the winter. Right now we have winter. So that's one idea for the driftwood. If you're working with preschoolers and you don't want to use a glue gun, you can use some white glue. And all I did was take, this is a driftwood covered Kleenex box. So all I did was take a regular Kleenex box, and I wrapped it up in a brown paper bag. And I left one end open so that when the Kleenex runs out, I can just open this up and I can slide in a new amount of Kleenex, so I never have to give away my box. So I just spread the white glue on one side of the box, and I glued the driftwood pieces on at one side at a time, because when you lean it up straight, they all slide off. So wait till the glue is dry. So this is a project. It takes a couple of days and lets children see that a project means that you work on it over a period of time, and that's a great activity too. This looks fantastic on your shelf. It's not just a box of Kleenex, it's a piece of art. So if you would like to learn some more about using nature and natural pieces in your home or in your classroom, you can reach me at natureofkids.com, and I'd be happy to come out and do a workshop or presentation for you, your staff, or your parents. And that is if you live in Southern Ontario or Ontario. If you're too far away, we can always do it on a webinar. Thanks, have a great day, and come back to my kitchen really soon. Take care.